What is up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Today we are going to shed some light, all puns intended, on the new Psychopathic release, the new Psychopathic artist, Lyte, with the Psychopathic MonStar EP. I think it's still technically an EP, although you factor in the bonus tracks and everything, you actually technically do have enough material for a full-length album. As far as I know, they're still classifying it as an EP. That's cool. As you guys can see, I have bitten the bullet and ended up getting all three of them instead of getting just one. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually only going to pick one of these actual albums to go through as far as the book goes, because everything in the book is the same except for obviously the color theming and everything like that. I will go over each of the bonus tracks, and then I'm going to give you guys what I think is the version to pick, because I also made a video of which star to pick, talking about which version to pick, and in it I lean towards the red, so you guys are going to get my final verdict of which one you should get if you're only able to get one, or if you're only going to get one. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So there you have the front. Pretty fucking sweet. I am going to show you the spine of this because it is pretty fucking cool. There you can see it says Lyte, Psychopathic MonStar. Now the spine of this, that right there is fucking awesome. You know, they've got part of the E in there, which makes it look like he has a snake eye. It's pretty wicked looking, especially on the CD tower. It's pretty awesome. You know, it's actually part of the image that's on the back, which of course there is the back, which has the track list. Now, we're going to go into the track list once we get done looking at the innards of this, because that's where we got to dissect a little more, because there are 3 versions total. So we're going to come back to the track list. Let's go ahead and take a look on the inside. There is the CD art. Kind of looks like an evil eye to me. There you have Lyte chilling. And this actually has quite a bit of a booklet to it for being an EP. That's what makes me say, you know, technically, if you got all 3 and you had it all together in your iTunes, I mean, all together in my iTunes, with only one intro, all 3 bonus tracks, it comes to 46 minutes, which that's right around the same length as both Missing Link albums. So it's pretty much a full-length album. So there you have Lyte with this, which is actually a quote from I'm On My Way. Well, On My Way, not I'm On My Way, which is actually a fucking banging track. That shit gave me chills when I first heard it. We'll get into that. There you have the tracks with the credits. As you can see, majority of this is produced by Straight Jacket. I mentioned that because when we get into dissecting, that's something I need you guys to remember. We're going to flip this over. Promo for the new DJ Clay mixtape. I hope it's not like the Sideways Room that came out earlier this year, which was basically almost like a sampler, if you will, a dance mix. I don't know, I didn't care for that one, so I'm hoping this is actually going to have the artists going in on different tracks, and I'd even like to see them go for non-psychopathic artists, if that's something they're willing to do. I know right now they're really pushing the whole, psychopathic, we're the best, which they are the fucking best. Look at the world that they built, nobody else has done that yet. There you have Lyte chilling, Lyte's logo. That is the book. Okay, so let's jump into this track listing. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and flip them all over, even though all their tracks are the same, except for the fact that the intros are produced by different peoples. This one, of course, is by Violent J. This one, of course, is by DJ Clay, and the red version was produced by Straight Jacket. Now the track list for this EP, I'll go ahead and hold one of these up here so you can read it better. Intro, No Sleep, On My Way, Keep It 100, Mad Real, Ain't Like Us, FTTBB, which I think is a typo because when I put it into my iTunes, it actually wanted to add an R. And also in the actual song, you hear Violent J, or it might have been Lyte, but you hear them say FTTBBR. So I think this is technically a typo. They should have had an R on there, which is Flint Town Titty Bar Bathroom is what that stands for. Then you have Shut It Down, 1 in a Million, and this is where we're going to jump into the bonus tracks. They didn't have titles for them. I actually took a program and ripped the actual songs from each one, made One in a Million its own track, and then each of these their own tracks as well. I titled the red version, the red bonus track, The Game. It's a song basically about, you know, how to get in the game of rapping, the rap game. The green one was pretty easy to title. I've seen that song title before, but at the very end of the song it said Broke But Still Shining. I've heard that title before. That's how I knew to call it, Broke But Still Shining. And then the blue version, I ended up going with Say What. It's basically about people talking shit behind your back. At one point in the song, he actually says Say What. So that's why I ultimately just titled it Say What. So, favorite tracks. Okay, now No Sleep right off the bat was the fucking shit. That was one of the songs I remember him performing May 6th, and when he performed it, man, he was giving off energy. If you guys have seen him live, he has this thing where he says, what's the word of the night? Energy. As much energy as you give me, I give, I think he says tenfold back, or, you know, he basically, whatever energy you give to him, he gives back. No Sleep is one of the songs he's performed, and he gave energy, and that fucking had me like, yeah, dude, Lyte's the shit. Seeing him live like that. So No Sleep was definitely a banger off the bat. On My Way, surprisingly, like, when you hear the song, when you hear it first start, you're thinking, oh, this is gonna be like one of those fucking corny tracks. It actually was, and I liked it quite a bit. It gave me chills, and that quote actually inside the book is from the chorus, and I love it. Fucking love it. Keep It 100, I dance to it when I fucking hear it. Love it. Mad Real is the shit. That's actually the single that had the music video. The music video was pretty good. I don't do music video reviews just because a lot of times music videos don't really go with the songs, I feel. So I don't see the point in reviewing a music video when I'm most likely not going to be impressed with it. The few times that I have, I was that blown away with the music video that I dropped a review for it, which I think... No, you know what? I take that back. I think the only fucking music video review I did was for I See the Devil, and it was such a... I don't know why I ended up doing that music video review, but that's basically why I don't do those reviews. Most of the time, the music videos don't always go with the song itself, so I just stay away from those kind of reviews because I don't see myself shining a lot of positivity on a lot of them. They're there to just kind of... They're just there. Ain't Like Us is pretty dope. It says featuring Shaggy 2 Dope. The only thing he does in the track, though, is the chorus. Okay, so the Flint Town Titty Bar Bathroom. Your classic ICP feature. And what I mean by that is whenever you hear ICP on, like, Boondocks' albums, it's that kind of clowny track, okay? To sum the song up, it's about all the different titty bars in Flint, Michigan, and just basically getting your dick sucked and fucking in a Flint Town titty bar bathroom. Anything goes. It's catchy, but I've already started skipping it now in my listening process. It's the one track I am finding myself skipping. Then you have Shut It Down, another good track, and One in a Million starts off, it's kind of a One in a Million, you think the song's going to go somewhere different, and then it breaks down and kind of has like a dubstep-y sound to it. It's like... So I don't know, it's kind of weird, but, you know, it turned out to be a good track. I like it a lot. So let's go ahead and dive into the bonus tracks. Now, my favorite bonus track out of the three is definitely Broke But Still Shining. It sounds like it has the best production, like it fits the most with the rest of the tracks, and it doesn't sound like a scrapped track, if you know what I mean. The other two kind of sound like, you know, they were early recording sessions that ultimately kind of got scrapped just because they didn't fit the overall album, I guess. And for whatever reason, this one definitely got scrapped and put as a bonus track when it easily could have and should have been in there. The Game is a good one. It's, again, the production it's not there as much as the rest of the EP. It's got a dope meaning to it, and I like it, but I see it becoming less and less listened to. The same way with Say What. it's the same way. The production level is not as high as the rest of the EP, so I mean, you could easily listen to One in a Million, cut the album off, and be done. Unless, of course, you're listening to the green version, because I do like Broke But Still Shining. It fits pretty well with the album. Not a very good closer, although I will say the one thing that makes Broke But Still Shining better than the rest of them, and actually the way I organize the tracks, is to have Broke But Still Shining close out the album, because at the very end you hear like a light bulb break and you hear like fizzle out. So that's like, you know, over. The light's out. So I think that has a great potential to be a closer, but I feel like the actual content of the song itself would fit better somewhere in the middle. So, but all in all, I think all 3 bonus tracks are great. If you're going to go for one version based on the bonus track, green is where it's at. Broke But Still Shining, best sounding production that fits in with the rest of the album pretty well. The intros now. We're going to talk about the intros, okay? I'm just going to flat out say it honest as I can. This one was doo-doo. I didn't care for it. It was very lacking. And going into No Sleep, the production was so different. It didn't, I mean, the intro track itself didn't even hype me up. What I'm actually going to do here, guys, something I haven't done in a long time. I used to actually play snippets of the songs. I'm going to actually play you a little bit of each of these intros as I talk about them. So I'm going to go ahead and play you a little bit of the Blue intro right now.
Psychopathic MonStar, give it to him, no problem. Oh God, they don't really want it with the whole squad. No stop, I don't wanna make the show rock. So you motherfuckers better get up on your job. More guap, so I whip it like a stove top. Can't stop me with a roadblock. 4 cops in a gold block in a robot. No, not to fuck with me, cause my flow's hot.
So, yeah, just that little bit. I don't know, you may like it. I didn't care for it. So let's go ahead and talk about the green version. This one was produced by DJ Clay. Has a good sound to it, has good production to it, does help get you amp. But jumping into No Sleep, the way I did this when I listened to it, I listened to each of the intros, and I actually right-clicked on iTunes for No Sleep to play next, right after. So it went from each intro into actual No Sleep. That way I was listening to it like I was listening to them individually. And it does set up pretty good for the rest of the album, so I think it's a solid intro. It does its job.
Psychopathic MonStar, give it to him, no problem. Oh God, they don't really want it with the whole squad. No stop, I don't wanna make the show rock. So you motherfuckers better get up on your job. More guap, so I whip it like a stove top. Can't stop me with a roadblock. 4 cops in a gold block in a robot. No, not to fuck with me, cause my flow's hot.
But ultimately, the red intro, produced by Straight Jacket, that is the one that fucking got me hype.
Psychopathic MonStar, give it to him, no problem. Oh God, they don't really want it with the whole squad. No stop, I don't wanna make the show rock. So you motherfuckers better get up on your job. More guap, so I whip it like a stove top. Can't stop me with a roadblock. 4 cops in a gold block in a robot. No, not to fuck with me, cause my flow's hot.
I did see part of his performance at the gathering. That's the intro that he opened up with for it. And so with that, that's definitely the best intro. It definitely got me amped. And because most of the album is produced by Straight Jacket, it fits the best. So with that being said, if you're going purely by the bonus tracks, going by just the bonus tracks, I would say get the green version. If you don't care about intros, if you always skip the intros, green is where it's at. Alright? If you don't really care about the bonus tracks and you just want to listen to the EP, you know, straight to back, you really have no plans of ever listening to the bonus tracks, the red is where it's at. To me, red is the definitive true version. I feel like maybe that was the original version they made, and maybe they had a leftover beat that DJ Clay had from, you know, the Fuck Off Motherfucker recordings, maybe from when he did the Sideways Room, who knows, and maybe that was when Violent J was kind of like, yeah, let me see if I can come up with a dope beat. I don't know the process, but this feels the most definitive. It fits the best with all of the album. So the intro that Straight Jacket produced, that is the best version. This, if you're only going to get one, this is the one I would get. Like I was originally saying, Straight Jacket's production is good. He produced majority of the album. That's the one to get. If you are planning to skip the intro every single time, go with the green. Broke But Still Shining closes it out perfect. So all in all, I think it was a great debut. I can't wait to hear more from Lyte. I'm glad I gave him a shot. I gave him a chance. And it sucks because right now, with the whole Young Wicked thing, I like Lyte. I'm giving him a chance, but unfortunately with new artists, I'm only going to buy their new albums. I don't see myself buying a Lyte t-shirt and wearing it, because he's got Family Love right now. He's got Psychopathic Love right now. Who knows what will happen in the future? In my own mind, I've actually gotten rid of a lot of t-shirts besides ICP. That's just where it's at. That's where my support is. As long as you're on Psychopathic Records, you know that you've got my support every time I wear a Hatchet Man. But that's just where I am as far as my support goes for new Psychopathic artists. So, once again, pick the red if that's the version that you think you would enjoy the most. Straight Jacket's intro is banging, sets up the album great, flows perfect. Bonus track isn't bad. Its production is lacking, so if you're going to go based on a bonus track, green is where it's at. You could probably just skip that one altogether. I just didn't care for it. The bonus track, again, it was probably my least favorite out of the others as well. So that is my review. Very solid 4 out of 5 debut. Cannot wait to hear more from Lyte. Tell me your thoughts down below. Which one did you get? Which one do you like if you have all three? And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.